cash flow statements. Okay. Now, during the year in a particular organization, okay, what happened with your cash, whether cash came in the form of income, in the form of receipts, or whether cash went out in the form of payments, okay, you need to know during the year all those transactions that affected cash, and for that reason, okay, a cash flow statement is prepared. What is important to know that cash flow, when we talk about, is of two types. When it is coming in, known as inflow of cash, and when it is going out, cash outflow. Cash inflow will be there whenever you receive cash, whether it is in the form of selling of goods, okay, or selling your asset, also you receive cash, okay, or cash outflow will be when you are making payments, whether you are making payments to your employees in the form of salaries, whether you are making payment for the purchase of an asset. So all of those transactions, whether there is inflow and outflow of cash, has to be entered in this cash flow statement. Now, when you're preparing this statement, the most important part to know is that cash can be from three types of activities in your business. Okay, your business is classified into three types of activities. One is your main business activity. Okay, your sole purpose of starting a business. What was the objective? To carry on trade, or to carry on manufacturing, or to provide service. That is your main activity, and that is known as operating activity. So cash inflow and outflow can be there from this activity. Then the next is, during the year you did all your operations, you produced goods, you sold them, and you made some profit. Okay, that profit you have used to invest in some other assets. Whatever surplus money you have collected, you have used it to invest it in different forms. So the next type of activity is investing activity. And there is one more activity that goes on in an organization, and that is from where all you have collected money to run your business. That is known as financing activity. Now, while preparing the vertical form of the balance sheet, okay, you already know the third part, that is financing activity. Your entire liability side, which is known as sources of funds, okay, relates to the third activity, and that is financing activity. From where do you collect finance to run your business operations? There are only two sources. Either one comes from the owner, okay, owner's funds, or secondly, you borrow money from banks in the form of loan. That is financing activity. So when you prepare this statement, each activity has to be picked up, okay, and put it under the particular head. That is, only three activities are there: operating, investing, and financing activity. For preparation of this cash flow statement, okay, what will be given to you is only the balance sheet, and you have to firstly decide, okay, which activity it belongs to. That is, out of these three, which activity it belongs to. And then secondly, you have to decide whether it is cash inflow or whether it is cash outflow. This is your job. Two things you have to decide: which activity and whether it is inflow or outflow. This, if you know, you can prepare the cash flow statement very easily. Okay. Now, to go into further details, when they give you a balance sheet, okay, let's talk about some items of the balance sheet, and let's decide which activity it belongs to and whether it is a cash inflow or cash outflow. So let's take an example. This is your balance sheet. For now, let's only stick to the asset side. Okay. And let's say information is given to you for 2 years. One is 2019 and one is 2020. One of the assets given to you is land. In 2019, the value of land was 5 lakh rupees. And in 2020, the value of land has become 7 lakh rupees. Now, two things you have to decide. Firstly, this particular item, that is land, comes under which activity, and then to decide whether it is an inflow or an outflow. Okay. Now, how do you look at it? Pay attention. Land, okay, which is your fixed asset, will come under the head of investing activity. All money that you earn during the year, where all you have invested, you invested in either fixed assets, that is land, building, plant, machinery, furniture, vehicles, or other investments. If you have purchased, all those will come under investing activity. Okay, so we decided that land comes under investing activity. Then secondly, to know whether there is an inflow or an outflow, you have to decide. Okay, I will give you a hint here. You have to answer. In 2019, the value of land was 5 lakhs. In 2020, it has become 7 lakhs. It has increased. The value of land has increased, and it may have increased because you purchased some more land. I want the answer from you, whether it will be inflow of cash or outflow of cash. What do you think?
Outflow.
Correct. It is a cash outflow. I gave you the hint. What was the reason the land increased? Because you must have purchased land. And the moment you purchase any asset, you have to pay cash. So, in this topic of cash flow statement, look at only one item, and that is what is happening to cash, whether cash is coming in or cash is going out. The moment you saw that land is increased, you said that land has been purchased, and to purchase any asset, you have to spend cash. This is a cash outflow. Okay, let's take another example. Furniture, also an asset. In 2019, the value of furniture was 10,000. But in 2020, the value of furniture is 8,000. Tell me, which activity will this furniture belong to? Yes, furniture belongs to which activity? I told you all types of fixed assets, all types of investments that you see on the asset side, all belong to investing activity. Okay, so that is the first job, to pick up and say that furniture belongs to investing activity. Then the next is to decide whether there is inflow of money or outflow of money, looking at the two columns, 2019 and 2020. From 10,000,
Inflow.
value of furniture has become 8,000. Yes, it is a cash inflow. How? Because you must have sold some furniture. Because the value of furniture is reducing, you may have sold some furniture, and selling asset means cash came in. It is a cash inflow. Always see what happens to cash. Okay, let's take some items on the liability side to discuss. There is a bank loan. It is a liability. In 2019 and 2020, the values were as follows. Okay, bank loan in 19 was 3 lakh rupees. And in 2020, bank loan is now 5 lakhs rupees. Firstly, you have to tell me bank loan will come under which activity, referring to the discussion on top. Out of the three, tell me which activity will bank loan relate to.
Financing activity.
Financing activities, right? All those activities which result in inflow of cash for your business, okay, relating to business, will come under financing activity. Now you have to decide and tell me whether it is an inflow or an outflow. Okay, we decided that bank loan comes under financing activity. Look at the two columns and tell me cash inflow or cash outflow. Think logically and tell me. Yeah.
Inflow.
Inflow.
Cash inflow is the correct answer. Bank loan increased, which means you must have taken some more loan from the bank. And taking loan means cash came in. This is cash inflow. Very good. there is some bank loan again from another bank. Okay. In 2019, the value was 1 lakh. But in 2020, the value is 20,000. We have already decided that bank loan comes under financing activity. Your only objective now is to tell me whether it is an inflow or an outflow.
Outflow.
Cash outflow is the correct answer. Last year, 1 lakh of loan was payable, and this year only 20,000, which means during the year, you must have paid off 80,000 worth of loan. You have paid off, that's why the loan has reduced, and paying means cash outflow. Okay. If you have a look carefully, we have made a rule already here. We have made a rule, and that rule is whenever asset increases, look at the first example of land. Whenever asset increases, it results in cash outflow. I'm going to write each of those rules one below the other. You also can do that. If asset increases, that means it is a cash outflow. Our first example of land. Then the next, furniture, if you see asset decreases, it results in inflow. Point number 2, asset decreases, that means it is a cash inflow. Okay, if we have dealt with the asset side, now deal with the liability side. Point number 3, what if liability increases? Look at the first example of bank loan. Liability increases, we called it cash inflow. So that is point number 3. Liability increases, that results in cash inflow. And at the same time, the next bank loan which we took, liability reduced, that means it is a cash outflow. When does a liability reduce? Liability reduces when you pay off a liability. So liability decrease, that results in cash outflow. If you have these 4 rules written with you, cash flow statement becomes extremely easy after this. Okay, this is extremely important. Asset increases, why is it a cash outflow? You must have purchased some more asset, and purchasing asset means cash has to be paid, cash outflow. When will an asset decrease? When you sell an asset, and if you sell an asset, you receive cash, cash inflow. Same in the case of liability. Liability increases means think of bank loan. Bank loan has increased. You took some more loan. That means cash came in, cash inflow. And liability reduces. When does a liability reduce or decrease? When you pay off a liability. Paying means cash outflow. So extremely important are these 4 rules when you prepare your cash flow statement. Okay, then back to the 3 activities that we were talking about. Now we have had enough discussion about inflow and outflow that we can decide. But what are the 3 activities? Operating activity, I told you, relating to your main business activity. If your main business activity is to manufacture goods, then all those transactions, okay, that deal with manufacturing of goods will come under operating activity. Then investing activity, I told you, all of your fixed assets as well as investments are classified under investing activity. What all do you do with surplus money? You have invested it in different forms, whether in the purchase of land, building, furniture, or in the purchase of some other investments, all come under the head of investing activity. And financing activity is all those transactions that you undertook to bring money into the business, okay, for carrying out your business activity in the form of whether it is loans or whether it is in the form of capital by the owner, okay, that will come under financing activity. Okay, what we will do is now take a very simple question and actually prepare, okay, a cash flow statement. There is a particular way of preparing. There's a particular order to be followed. Okay. And how to prepare for that, you come to the exercise. Okay, let us first read this question number 9. Okay. Following is the balance sheet of Sakshi Limited. Prepare cash flow statement. So information is given for 2 years, and that will help you to calculate whether there is inflow or outflow of cash. Okay, look at the liability side. Share capital, creditors, profit and loss account. And on the asset side, you have cash, debtors, stock, and land. Now, all of these items, firstly, you need to classify under which activity it belongs. Share capital, okay? Anything to do with capital means all that money that came in or went out for financing your business. Share capital comes under financing activity. Okay. Creditors and profit and loss account, we will speak about in a moment. If you move to the asset side, cash, remember cash is your final answer. Okay. So it does not come under any activity. That answer 20,000 and 30,000 in both the columns is given only to verify whether your answer is correct or not. So leave the item cash. Debtors, stock, and land are the three other assets. Land is a fixed asset. Anything to do with fixed asset goes under investing activity. If you want, you also can write these letters so that while solving, it becomes easier. Okay. Land comes under investing activities. Now what you see is on the liability side, firstly, there is creditors, and on the asset side, there are two items, debtors and stock. If you remember, debtors and stock come under the head current assets, and creditors comes under the head current liabilities. But the thing is, current assets and current liabilities constantly keep on changing every day. That's why they are known as current assets and current liabilities. And they change due to your primary business transactions of manufacturing or trading or selling of goods, purchasing of goods, selling of any other items. Okay. Always they affect your current assets and current liabilities, which means even these items are belonging to your main business activity, which is known as operating activity. So all current assets, all current liabilities, okay, come under the head operating activity. So I'm going to write O in all of those places: debtors, stock, and creditors. Okay. And then the only item left there is profit and loss account. That also comes under operating activity, because profit and loss account gives you net profit for the year, which you have done by carrying out your business activity. Okay. How much net profit you have earned is nothing but how much cash you have earned, in short. Okay. So profit and loss account, net profit is also coming from operating activities. Okay. Once you decide this, then of course the two columns which are given 2017 and 2018, that will help you to calculate each item whether there is an inflow or whether there is an outflow. What discussion we had in the balance sheet just now prepared, same logic you use, those 4 points which we have written at the end. Okay. Increase and decrease in asset and liability, what effect does it have on cash, whether it is an inflow or an outflow, the two columns will help you decide. Again, while preparing, we are going to have a discussion, and this question number 9 is only for understanding for the first time how do you prepare an actual cash flow statement. Okay. Now, how do you prepare? The format is simple. You require particulars along with two columns. So I'll just show it to you and then you can draw. Okay, here it is on your screen. Particulars with two amount columns, cash flow statement for the year ended, that we will pick up from the question. About 10 to 12 lines should be sufficient for this. Now, observe carefully how this statement is being prepared. For the first time you are preparing, okay? Now, cash flow statement prepared for the year ended, it is always prepared for the current year. If you look in the question, there are 2 years, 2017 and 2018. Okay, the current year is 31st March 2018 and 17 is the previous year. So write down the date. Cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2018. The first activity is your main business activity, which is known as operating activity. So in the particulars column, write down point number A, cash flow from operating activities. Cash flow from operating activities. In the question, wherever we have written the letter O, all of those items come under operating activities. And always remember, start with net profit for the year, okay, which is given under profit and loss account. If you see on the liability side, the last item, profit and loss account, that indicates how much profit you have earned during the year. So under cash flow from operating activities, first write net profit. Now in this topic, you have to take only the difference of the items. Okay, that means two columns are there, 2017 and 18. Which one to take? Neither of them. You have to take only the difference, because the difference indicates how much transaction took place during the year. We are not interested in last year's figures. We are not interested in this year's figures independently. Compare both of them and see what increase, decrease took place. So to write net profit, come back to the question and have a look. Last year, the net profit was 40,000. And in the current year, net profit is 70,000. So which means during the year, if I ask you how much profit was made, from 40, it has become 70. What is your answer? During the year, how much extra profit did you make?
30,000.
30,000.
30,000 profit you have made during the year. And making profit means cash has come in the form of profit. So you write net profit 30,000. Inner column you write, because at the end we will take the total of operating activities in the outer column. Okay, for understanding how did we get 30,000, you can show in the bracket there. 70,000 was current year balance, and last year you had made 40,000. So during the year, you have made a profit of 30,000. Okay. Now, where else have you written the letter O that denotes operating activity? If you stay on the liability side, there is the item creditors. Okay. All working capital items. What word I used? Working capital items. And what are those? Current assets and current liabilities. Okay. Both are under the head working capital. While preparing the balance sheet, you know. So all of those come under operating activity. So creditors, okay, you have to see whether creditors is increasing or decreasing. From 60,000, creditors has become 90,000. There is an increase in creditors. And that sentence you have to write in your statement. Below net profit, say what happened to creditors. There was an increase in creditors. Okay. Now, time to write the amount. Okay. So tell me, creditors last year was 60,000. This year is 90,000. Creditors has increased by how much?
30,000.
Increased by 30,000. Okay. So write in your column 30,000. Also tell me whether it is a cash inflow or a cash outflow. If you have written those rules, immediately you'll be able to tell me.
Cash inflow.
Cash
Cash
inflow
inflow.
is the right answer. Why? Because creditor is a liability, and increase in liability means cash inflow. Okay. If there is a cash inflow, cash outflow, remember that item we will put it in a bracket whenever there is an outflow, because outflow means cash is reducing and whenever cash is reducing, denoted by a bracket. Okay, but this was inflow, so as it is. Okay. Liability side is over. There are no more operating activities. If you move to the asset side, yes, there are two items, debtors and stock. Let's take each item at a time. Firstly, debtors. Have a look. Debtors value last year was 1,40,000. This year is 2,50,000. Debtors are increasing. Write down that sentence. Increase in debtors. Increase in debtors. Now you calculate and tell me what was the increase in debtors from 1,40,000 to 2,50,000. Debtors has increased by
90,000.
debtors has increased by how much?
1,10,000.
1,10,000.
Yeah.
1,10,000. And now you tell me whether it is a cash inflow or a cash outflow.
Cash outflow.
Cash outflow is the right answer. So put it in a bracket. 1,10,000 negative because it is a cash outflow. How did you decide cash outflow? We wrote those rules. Increase
in asset.
yes, relates to cash outflow. Very good. Let's move on to the next item, that is stock. So have a look in the question and tell me, stock was 80,000 last year and this year stock is 70,000. Stock is reducing. So write down that. Decrease in stock. Decrease in stock. And tell me now, looking at the two figures, stock has decreased by how much?
10,000.
10,000.
10,000. And then you tell me whether it is an inflow or an outflow.
Cash inflow.
Inflow.
Inflow is the correct answer. Inflow is the correct answer. Why? Decrease in asset is always inflow. And have a look, stock has decreased. Last year it was 80. This year it is 70, which means you must have sold stock. Stock went out, but cash came in, which is why it is a cash inflow. 10,000. Don't put a bracket. Inflow without bracket. Only outflows will be put in a bracket. Okay. All items relating to operating activities have been taken. Put it in the outer column. Okay. Add up and put the total in the outer column. That will be your cash flow from operating activities. Now be very careful. 3 items are plus and 1 item is minus. So accordingly calculate and tell me. What is the figure?
Minus 40,000.
Minus 40,000. Okay, so indicate by a bracket. Minus 40,000. Okay, so there was negative cash flow from operating activity. All right. Then we move on to the next activity, and that is investing activity. So write down point number B, cash flow from investing activity. What all comes under investing activities? Everything relating to fixed assets and investments on the asset side. Here in this question, there is only one fixed asset, and that is land. The last item there, have a look at what is happening to land. You have already written the letter I, which denotes investing activity. Last year, land was 60,000. And this year, land is 1,10,000. Land is increasing. Okay. Why would land increase? What is your answer?
Purchase of land. So cash out.
Purchase of land, and it is a cash outflow. Excellent. So that's what you're going to write in investing activities. Purchase of land. The word purchase is used because land is increasing. Purchase of land. And tell me how much it has increased by. Take the difference.
50,000.
50,000. Now time to decide whether it is an inflow or an outflow.
Outflow.
Cash outflow is the correct answer. Purchase means the asset came in, but cash went out. Cash outflow. Whenever you purchase, you have to pay money. So it is a cash outflow. Or use the rule that we have written, increase in asset means cash outflow. That's it. There was only one item directly. We could have written it in the outer column. That is 50,000 negative. $50,000 negative. And then comes the last activity, and that is financing activity. So write point number C, cash flow from financing activity. Time to look at your balance sheet and see where have you written the word F, which denotes financing activity. There is only one item on the liability side, share capital. Okay, now be very careful. Share capital is increasing. If you have a look, last year it was 2 lakhs. This year it is 3 lakhs. How will share capital increase? Now share capital means this is a company. Remember, on top it is given Sakshi Limited. It is a company. And share capital increase, which means you give more shares to the public. That's how share capital will increase. If you give more shares to the public, cash inflow or cash outflow?
Cash inflow.
Cash inflow, because they will take the shares and they will give the company money. So share capital is increasing, it is a cash inflow. Or use the other rule which we have written. Increase in liability is a cash inflow. Share capital is increasing. So write down under financing activity. The word to be used is issue of shares. We studied a separate chapter earlier, issue of shares. Shares have been issued, which that's why share capital is increasing. And tell me, what is the amount by which it is increasing? Take
1 lakh.
1
lakh.
Also tell me, cash inflow or outflow?
Cash inflow.
Cash inflow, so don't put a bracket. And that's the only item under financing activity. So put it in the outer column. 1 lakh is cash inflow because of issue of shares. Shares were issued, public took up the shares and gave the company money. So for the company, money came in, cash inflow. That's it. All three activities have been taken care of. Now the last step, okay? If you remember, there is one item which we had left out, and that is the cash balance given to you on the asset side. But that will help us verify whether our statement that was prepared, is it correct or not? Okay, so how do you check? Now pay attention. Time to close this cash flow statement. What you will do is take the total of all three activities, okay, and tell me what answer do you get in the outer column. 2 figures negative, 1 figure positive. What is the answer?
10,000.
1,000.
10,000 positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So that means you will write point number D, net cash inflow. If the answer was negative, you would have written net cash outflow. But during the year, you have received net cash inflow of 10,000. Now to know whether that answer is right or not, there is a way to verify. 2 points you are going to write after point number D. Point number E and point number F. And what is that? Nothing but your cash balance. Opening and closing cash balance is point number E and F. Opening cash balance, closing cash balance. Have a look at the balance sheet and tell me what was the opening cash balance in the last year column.
20,000.
20,000. Last year there was 20,000, and during the year you have received extra 10,000, which you have written here, net cash inflow 10,000. If you add up both of them, at the end of the year, how much balance should be there?
30,000.
30,000. And tell me, in your balance sheet, what is the closing cash balance? Is that
30.
also 30,000?
Yes, sir.
That means your answer is matching. After preparing the entire cash flow statement, you said that there was net cash inflow during the year of 10,000. So is it really the case? Yes, compare and see. Opening cash balance was 20,000 and at the end it is 30, which means during the year, how much cash came in? 10,000 cash came in, and our answer tallies both ways by preparing the statement as well as comparing the opening and closing cash balance. So that's it. Solution of this question is over. Question number 10 over there. On the next page, question number 10. Let's read. From the following balance sheet of Komal Traders, prepare cash flow statement. Again, balance sheet is given to you. Pick up each item and tell me which activity it belongs to. Cash inflow or outflow, that at the time of solving, not now. Only activity I want from you. Share capital will be under which activity?
Financing.
Financing.
Financing activity. What about creditors?
Operating activity.
Operating activity. Profit and loss account also.
Operating.
Operating activity.
Operating activity. Then come to the asset side. Cash is only given for verifying the answer that we will get at the end. The next three items, tell me. Debtors.
Operating.
Operating
activity.
Stock.
Operating activity.
Operating.
And finally, land.
Investment activity.
Investment activity.
Investing activity. Very good. Once you know this, then cash inflow and outflow, looking at the rules, we can decide. Okay. Since you have already prepared, let's start the first activity itself, and that is cash flow from operating activity. Write down point number A. Cash flow from operating activity. I told you always start with the profit that is given to you. So write down net profit. Liability side, last item. Profit and loss account balance. Okay. Last year was 10,000. In the current year, it is 23,000. So tell me, during the year, how much profit you made?
13,000.
13,000.
Yes. If you want, you can show that 23 current year and last year 10,000. That means during the year 13,000 profit was made. Okay, please write on top also cash flow statement for the year ended, the current year, that is 31st March 2018. Okay, let's continue. After net profit, see where all you have written the word O for operating activity. On the liability side, there is creditors, and tell me creditors are increasing or decreasing? Compare and tell me creditors increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing.
So write down decrease in creditors. And you also have to tell me creditors decreased by how much?
25,000.
25,000. Once you write that, then you tell me cash inflow or cash outflow?
Cash outflow.
Cash outflow is
Outflow.
the correct answer. Why? Decrease in liability is cash outflow. Another way to look at it, decrease in creditors means you must have paid off the creditors. You have paid off a liability. That's why it decreased. And paying means cash outflow. Denote by putting a bracket. Okay. Then move on to the asset side. The two items. Out of them, the first one, debtors. Increasing or decreasing?
Decrease.
Write down decrease in debtors. And then you tell me decrease by how much?
5,000.
Amount is 5,000. Again, I will ask you cash inflow or cash outflow?
Cash inflow.
Cash inflow.
Cash inflow is the correct answer. So don't put a bracket. Decrease in asset is cash inflow. Very good. You're doing good. Move on to the next one, and that is stock. Increase or decrease? First tell me.
Increase.
Right.
Increase.
Increase in stock. Okay. And how much it has increased by in value? Tell me.
10,000.
10,000.
10,000. My question to you, cash inflow or cash outflow?
Cash outflow.
Then put it in a bracket. 10,000 negative because increase in asset is cash outflow. That's it. Operating activity entirely you have taken, add up and put it in the outer column. 2 figures plus, 2 figures minus.
Negative 17,000.
Negative 17,000. Okay. Put it in a bracket. Okay. Then let's continue the next activity, investing activity. Point number B. Cash flow from investing activity. Where have you written the letter I only in one place, and that is land? The last item on the asset side, if you have a look, land last year was 50,000. This year it is 66,000. There has been an increase in land. Why do you think has land increased? One word I want from you.
Purchase.
Purchase of land. Very good. So write down purchase of land. And tell me how much it has increased by.
16,000.
16,000. Cash inflow or cash outflow?
Outflow.
Then put it in a bracket that is denotes cash outflow. And that was the only item under investing activity. So put it in the outer column, negative 16,000. And finally, then the last activity, point number C, cash flow from financing activity. Finance arranging for your business can come only from two places. One is owner's funds or borrowed funds. In this case, there was no loan, but capital is there, share capital. And have a look at what is happening. Capital last year was 2 lakhs. This year it is 2 lakh 50, which means you have issued some more shares to the public. It is increasing. Okay. So write down issue of shares. The public must have purchased some more shares. That means the company has issued shares, issue of shares. During the year, how many shares were issued? The value tell me.
50,000.
50,000.
The public took up the shares and they paid money to the company. So for the company, tell me, it is a cash inflow or an outflow?
Cash inflow.
Cash inflow. Another way to look at it. Increase in liability. It is on the liability side. So increase in liability is always cash inflow. That's the only item. Put it in the outer column. Positive 50,000. Okay. All items have been taken there. You add up and let's see whether we have net cash inflow or outflow. Add up everything and tell me what is the total in the outer column.
$17,000.
Positive or negative?
Positive.
17,000 positive. So you will write point number D, net cash inflow that is 17,000. Okay, now to cross verify whether our result is correct or not, you will have to compare with two things. Point number E and F, that is nothing but the opening cash balance and the closing cash balance. Have a look and tell me what was the opening cash balance on the asset side.
30,000.
30,000. And as per our answer, there was net cash inflow 17 plus the opening balance 30. How much should be the closing balance?
47,000.
47,000. And what is the answer in the balance sheet? Also 47,000. The closing cash balance, if you see, is 47,000, which means our answer has matched. That's it. That was the entire solution of this question number 10.